Welcome to Wembley, where the atmosphere is building up for this final of the Benson and Hedges Masters, to be played today over 17 frames and due to begin in 2 or 3 minutes' time. Steve Davis, the reigning world champion, against Terry Griffiths, making his third appearance running in this final. He was the winner 2 years ago. This one of the few major prizes that Davis is yet to win, but the bookies see him today as a 3-to-1 on favourite. And a full house expected here of some 2,700 for this match. A lot of expectation about it, of course, although Davis is the favourite. Griffiths holds a victory over him this month, so it should be a tight match. For the winner, the first to take 9 frames, prize money of £8,000 and half that to the loser. Well, with me is John Spencer, who won this Masters title just a few years ago. John, I see that Davis is 3-to-1 on. Do you think that's a realistic price?
Well, no, I would never think 3-to-1 on in a 2-horse race at snooker. It's fair odds. Of course, one of the things in Terry's favour, Steve had the hoodoo on Terry, of course, beating him comfortably in 2 UK championships. But this victory that Terry had over Steve in the Larder International will no doubt have done his confidence a lot of good.
Mind you, it was a narrow victory, wasn't it, that?
Yes, but he was rather unfortunate, Terry. He was leading 8-3 and had a pink to clinch the match and got a bad kick on it. And, of course, from that, had he knocked the pink in, it was over 9-3, so he still finished up winning. You know, that's the thing in the mind.
That'll give him some confidence.
Oh, yes.
The thing about Davis is he always starts so well, doesn't he?
Well, I think the first couple of frames could be the key to the whole match, because Steve has this ability to come out and right from the word go, he starts playing as though he's been playing 2 or 3 frames, where most players take a couple of frames to settle down. So if Terry can contain him in the first 2 frames, then I think we're in for a hell of a match.
Now, you know them both very well, and you know what goes on in that dressing room down there when the old bow ties are being fitted. Are they nervous sort of chaps before they come out?
Well, if they're not nervous, they won't play well.
Really?
I believe that tension, it's not nerves, it's tension before the match. And if you don't get this tension, I believe this converts into concentration when you start playing. And if you're not tense before the match, or certainly myself, then my concentration's just not there.
With due difference to yourself and all the other world champions over the years, people are saying that Steve is the best snooker player of all time. What's your view on that?
Well, obviously, that's too early to say, but he's done probably more in 12 months than anyone's ever done. I mean, he's come from nowhere. I mean, he's been around a while, Steve, but of course in the professional game, he's just come and when he gets playing well, he's like a machine. As we saw against Tony Mayo in this tournament. The first 4 frames, he never missed a pot. But then all of a sudden you see Tony got back into the game, and it's a strange game, snooker. It can change on one shot.
Yeah. But Griffiths, of course, he came straight in and went straight to the top and then faded a little bit. It's quite difficult to stay there once you get there, isn't it?
That's right. It's always easier, I believe, to win the tournament for the first time. Retaining the tournament is the most difficult, because of course you have nothing to win. You can only lose the tournament or retain it. You're not winning anything, and I think this is a lot more difficult.
John, thank you very much indeed. We're all looking forward to what should be a thrilling match. Remember, it's the best of 17 frames. The first player to win 9 frames becomes the Benson & Hedges Masters champion for this year. Well, the players just about to come into the hall, so we can join the action now, and I'll transfer you over.
Very good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's welcome our BBC One viewers this afternoon here at the Wembley Conference Centre and get straight into our final, the 8th final of the Masters Championship. Featuring, from Wales, ranked number 3 in the world, former Benson Hedges Masters champion, world champion in 1980, Terry Griffiths. his opponent from London, this title, the only one to elude him, ladies and gentlemen, the world champion, Steve Davis. Welcome, Steve. Your referee, Mr. John Street, they have tossed a coin and it is Terry to break. But just before that, a pause for a few photos, if you wouldn't mind, gentlemen. Thank you.
So there we are, the players taking their photo call for a moment, but they'll be due off in just a few seconds, so let's now join our commentators for the match, Rex Williams and Ted Lowe.
And whilst the cameramen take their pictures of Terry, we promise you a Sunday afternoon spectacular. Steve Davis in front of the cameras. With the hilarity, one would hardly realise there's some £12,000 at stake between these two boys. By the time they finish this final, right in front of them, the gold trophy that goes to the winner, together with £8,000. Griffiths, of course, has been in this final for the past 2 years, his third year in the final. He's won it once. Steve Davis, very anxious to win it, for it's the one title he's missed in his long string of titles. And now we settle down to the real thing, the first of 17 frames.